Hi Battle Brother. This video is about my build using Multi-Melta, and the scenes in the video are all on lethal difficulty. The overview of this build is to focus on dealing damage with Multi-Melta with heavy stance. With the heavy class, all the main weapons as well as the skill set will revolve around heavy stance, so I think we should make good use of it. The strengths of this build are very strong firepower and very good crowd clearing. The weaknesses are that it consumes a lot of ammo when encountering bosses with health bars, or enemies from a distance, especially Neurothrope and Zoanthrope. Regarding the main weapon, it is also Multi-Melta. There are 3 different versions of Relic. You can use any version you find suitable, but I still trust the alpha version because it increases the amount of ammo quite a lot. Because in some maps with high difficulty, bosses can appear from the beginning of the game, causing the gun to run out of ammo quickly. Regarding the perk tree, the theory of increasing 20% total ammo and restoring 10% ammo every 30s when killing Majoris in the upper branch is very attractive, but when I use it, the effect is not very impressive. On the contrary, in the lower branch, 1 ammo for each Majoris kill is both safe and gives me a little time to judge, and my ammo in the early stages of the map in the lower branch is often more abundant. Next are still 3 points to increase weapon range to combine better with trick shot. Although not highly appreciated, sometimes it also saves my health bar quite a lot. And back to the upper branch, 30% damage when heavy stance is very attractive, and then 20% more ammo, 10% damage. Regarding secondary weapons, you can use the weapon that you feel comfortable with. About core, the first point, multi-kill will help us confidently clear Minori swarms, or when you focus on Majoris but still receive compensation from Minori swarms behind. Next is strategic stand. For me, when using any weapon for heavy class, I always use this core point because basically heavy stance is a unique mechanism and always revolves around heavy's gameplay, and with the movement not being fast, almost useless, I accept standing still to get anti-knockback. 15% more contested health is only attractive with other weapons because for Multi-Melta, 1 shot is full contested health. Next is overwhelming power point, mainly to get 10% damage for yourself when turning on Halo. About team, not only Multi-Melta, all weapons should take additional supplies points because the amount of ammo increased is very large, and heavy class mainly uses ranged weapons. About gear, this set of 3 points will create a defensive loop with ranged damage. When turned on, the Halo will give absolute resistance to ranged damage. When turned off or the Halo breaks, Adamant will increases 20% resistance to ranged damage for 10s, a period of time long enough to end the current fight or turn it back on. Field adjustment will charge Iron Halo 20% faster. Ignore the latter because with this playstyle it doesn't matter much. Brute Force increases 15% ranged damage on cooldown. Combined with the core point of overwhelming power, it creates a loop of increased range damage. Regarding signature, Conversion Field will be a buff for teammates in breaks like when using the elevator. Bulwark will be the class that benefits the most from this point, helping them activate the banner earlier. Regarding Prestige, the first point I choose is Conviction. Although it rarely falls into dangerous situations, it will save us in decisive moments when confronting extremists in Terminus. Since I am a fencing player and heavy does not use melee weapons, Duelist is the next point I choose to easily use Gunstrike. You can also choose this point as the first point for Prestige. The next 2 points of Prestige are chosen because sometimes I also use heavy melee continuously to clear Minori's groups, as well as to use Gunstrike to restore armor. I immediately thought of the heavy melee playstyle when I encountered these 2 points. And here is a tip for this playstyle: always use the finisher to get more ammo for Multi-Melta, and when there are more than 2 targets to finish, kill them with guns because when they wake up, you will spend more ammo to kill them, and this second kill is almost a complete kill and cannot use the finisher. You will be able to use Iron Halo properly when play heavy to much time, and when used properly, you will create a ranged damage increase loop. Multi-kill will not work on enemies that are in places we cannot set foot, like at the beginning of the video. Lastly, always use heavy stance to maximize damage. Brother, if there is anything missing or you don't understand, please comment. And if you find it useful, please like. Thank you very much. And now the overview.